Well, hello, I'm Zoran, and I'm going to talk what's new in Swift and Grand Central Dispatch in Swift 3. So first of all, what's new in Swift? The biggest change is the new API naming. So we have a new naming guideline. The goal was to omit redundant data and to make it more readable. Next, we have consistent parameter labeling. From now on, your first parameter label will always be visible in your function. And C APIs and frameworks are completely rewritten. Core graphics and Grand Central Dispatch look now more swiftly than before. So here we have an example of the new naming guideline. As you can see, part of the function names are now parameter labels, like the append method. Next, they removed redundant data like index and URL by. They added the ISP prefix and Boolean variables. Also, the global variable pi is now part of the float struct, which looks really more cleaner and it's more readable now. Next, we have an example of the consistent parameter labeling. As I said, from now on, your first label will always be visible. If you don't want it, you just add an underscore before your label. And now let's move to Grand Central Dispatch. As I said, it's completely rewritten. Now we have a new dispatch queue class, which you use to create your queue. You can add your label and attributes like the quality of service class. And to post work on the queue, you just call async with your closure. And if you want to return to your main queue, just call dispatch main async with your closure, which they removed all the ugly parts now and it looks really Swift-like. They introduced new features. One of them is the work item, where they are basically closures in variables which you pass to your queue as an attribute. So you can reuse the item multiple times. The other thing are dispatch groups, which are used to group multiple different kind of works on different queues. You just create your group, post queues on the group, and set a notified closure on the group. And now, when all work is done on every queue, the notified closure will get called, which is really cool. Now you can, for example, if you need to call multiple API calls at the same time and you need to do work after all calls are finished, you just group them on the same group and post your work on the notify closure. And now, when all API calls are done, the notify closure will get called, which you don't need to have multiple flags and you don't need to use RX50 if you don't want to. And that's it from me. Thank you.